I went to hell to bring my wife back, and now I know why she left me. Story by you/fainting goat. My wife was in hell. I was certain of this. If it wasn't because she ended her own life, then certainly because she took our 2 children with her. I hate her, of course. Some of that hatred is because of what she did to our kids. The rest is because she left me. I knew she was considering it. I saw her sidelong glances and that pensive, fearful look in her eyes. The guilt when she refused to meet my gaze. In those moments I chose to speak to her. She did not initiate conversation anymore. She had not for some time. I admit I lapsed in my own obligations in this regard, for I grew to prefer the silence. The house felt peaceful in those moments when I could listen to my own thoughts, uninterrupted save for the occasional interruption when she shushed our small children. They were good kids. They didn't cry much. They're in heaven now. I am also certain of this. They were too young to know evil when they died, and I believe that one's sins are of their own making. We do not inherit evil. Their mother could not drag them down into the pit with her, despite her efforts. I thought that I'd let her leave, when she finally came to it. It was a decision she took her time in making. There were signs that she was approaching the end, however. Money would vanish from my wallet. I began to track how much, not because I begrudged her the money. I did intend to let her leave, after all, but because I wanted an approximation of when she collected enough to make the trip a couple states over to where her parents lived. That seemed the logical place for her to go. But when she left, late at night when she thought I was asleep still, she took the children with her. I didn't realize, not until one of them made a noise and she shushed them as she always did, and I felt dread settle into my stomach. I wonder if I'd known in advance, somewhere in the back of my mind, what she planned to do. I regret my lack of clarity. My sense of unease was not enough to spur me to rash action, so I waited and said, let her take them out to the garage, let her take one of the cars, let her leave. If I share any blame in what happened, it was this. I didn't stop her before she put them in the car. Only once the sound of the tires and the engine dwindled did I leap out of bed, dress hurriedly, and run to the other car to follow her. I was going to let her leave. I was not going to let her take the children away. I don't want to linger on what happened. I had a suspicion of what route she'd take to leave town, and I drove fast so that I could get her in eyeshot, just in case I was wrong. She drove slower than I expected, perhaps because part of her regretted her actions. And I caught up fast enough that she saw me before I could ease off on the speed. And then she accelerated until she reached an overpass, and there she turned the wheel and threw the car into the concrete sides of the bridge. No one survived. I think I lost myself a bit after that. My wife, gone. My children, gone. I felt empty inside. I felt robbed. Death had taken all that was mine, and I hated it, and slowly that hatred turned towards my wife. She'd left me and she'd taken my children with her to a place where I could not go. Perhaps this was unkind of me, but what sane person wouldn't feel this way, in the face of such a monstrous act? And I began to think, what if I were able to get her back? What if I could see her again and ask why she'd left, why she'd taken the children, why she'd unalived them all? I wanted to yell at her again, and yes, it'd make her cry, but even that would be better than this terrible emptiness that my house had become. And then, maybe then, we could start over. She'd talk to me again and I to her. My life was shattered, but maybe we could put it back together. I delved deep into the occult. There are stories of people who have gone to hell and back, and I reasoned that maybe there was some truth there. There is often truth in stories, after all. Besides, what had I to lose but time, and my time wasn't worth much these days. I won't bore you with the details of my research. Suffice to say, I found a method. I did certain acts and procured certain materials, and then on a certain night at a certain time I left my body behind and ventured out into the realm of the dead. I first stood upon a plain of sand and glass. I was naked and the sand was hot beneath my bare feet. A constant dry wind blew, stirring up thick gusts of sand that bit at my exposed skin and worked its grit into my mouth and nose. This was not the worst of it, however.